share this. It's too hot for wine.
the more glass of wine I have, the more I talk. You want me to talk, right?
You want some water? We get you some water.
You remember that podcast? Arthur Woodson did a Zoom meeting, and it was myself, Councilman Mays.
Girl, how can we forget that? How can we forget
I
that?
said, what are you drinking?
How can we forget that? Got some wine.
He was drinking it out the bottle.
Yes, I had a cocktail. That's my favorite TikTok right there. I don't know what a little cocktail to do. I don't drink that much. That's my boy right there. Yes, I had a cocktail. You made me forget I was gonna bring my my little pillow that go around my neck. Cause for the longest, we all thought that was you with the pillow around your neck. We talked with the guy to do the video. Right. We all thought that was you. But baby, when he bust you out the other day with that hairstyle.
That hairstyle. Where in the world?
Nick, if you're watching, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong, Nick. You're wrong for that. I just want you to know. Let me share this. Y'all out there, share. Tell everybody I'm on the air with Councilwoman Jerri Winfrey-Carter.
Hello.
Welcome to another edition of the Wyntis Hall Show. Shouts out to 810 News Media Group and the greatest producer in the world, Mickey Jordan. What's up, Mickey? Good. It's evening. 6 o'clock turns evening. I don't know why you're so tired, Mickey. How are you doing today?
I'm well.
Well, that's good. Yep. That's good. All right.
Glad it's Thursday. One more day
in
the work week.
Yes. It's been a long week.
Yeah.
Monday
today I kept thinking it was Friday.
Well, I had a migraine today. Yesterday, let me see, what day? Tuesday I got sick at work. I was sick yesterday morning. I felt better. Came and did the show yesterday. Got out of bed too soon, went back home, got sick again, had to go to work today, got sick again. I was like, it just wasn't working for me. Let me share this out to a few people so we can go ahead, get everybody tuned in. Because everybody was waiting for this show, so y'all better pop on and share. She's here.
Brian.
She's here. Brian. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Melissa and Sonia. Who else we got up there? Kathy King. Hey, everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Share. All my hall monitors. I like saying that. I go.
Huh? Yeah, I see that.
All right. This is the Wyntis Hall Show. Again, let me say that. Shouts out to Mickey Jordan, who sits over there. He ain't paying attention to me. Mickey. Oh, you wanted to talk a minute ago. Now you're silent. Listen, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like I said, I do want to thank Councilwoman Winfrey-Carter for coming on tonight. Because you did what a lot of others won't do. They, for some reason,
they won't come.
They don't want to come on here.
Why?
I don't know why they don't want to come. I don't know. Don't give me the line. I don't know why they don't want to come on here.
What they think gonna happen?
I don't know.
You gonna put them in the hot seat?
No, because we talk. I just don't ask all the questions. I let people have. We bounce back.
Just have
all of us, right? Hey, Mayor, I called you back. You sent me the voicemail. Hey, Gina, what's up, Gina? Thank you for sharing. Listen, while Gina's on here, look, y'all. Let me tell y'all at the beginning of the show, while everybody is here, we got some great things coming up with the Wyntis Hall Show next week. Be sure to tune in for part 2 of Sister and Her Sisters. I just want to say that, because I seen the movie. It's just going to be me, Gina, and Sister Audrey. Yeah, so Sister and Her Sisters. Well, thank you. So that was pre-recorded. So we coming back again and do it for you live next week Well, we're going to flip it for you.
That'll
See, we're
be
going to do
good.
it at 5 o'clock next week. I hadn't told Mickey yet. We're going to do it at 5 next week from 5 to 6. And the subject is recalls in the city and how they pertain to residents. And then we're going to leave here and we're going to go to the little show that that y'all mayor is putting on at the Mott next week for the 7th Ward.
Going?
Yeah.
I might crash that party.
You're not crashing. You're a councilwoman. You should know.
Yeah.
Because I thought y'all was picking.
First of all, but let me say this.
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, he's out of his lane.
Uh-oh.
He needs to stay in his lane. Remember, I talked about these lanes before.
Yes, ma'am.
And he's out of his lane. He's going in the wrong direction. Okay? And he needs to stay in his lane. That's not his business.
Well, he said he was just he wanted to make sure that the residents of the 7th Ward had a voice and he was going to show them what to do.
That should not be his concern, but he's going over there to try to influence
some people. You think so?
Oh yeah, definitely. Ooh. And he already has in his mind who he wants in that seat.
Well, it's a couple people. I think he's going to put a couple people up.
Oh yeah.
Because the T it was going to be one of the Hawkins. And then it was somebody else. Mickey, who was the other person we heard in the 7th Ward? Oh, the only Keisha on the ballot. She was going to run again on the ballot. Mm-hmm. She keep going on the ballot.
The one that was hanging out
with Johnny Cole.
With Johnny
Cole.
Yeah.
He won't be able to help her pass out brochures this time.
Right.
But
he won't be able to help
the mayor either. Yeah, that's true.
You're right.
That's true. He's gone for a minute. So anyway, listen, let's get down to business. What everybody's here for. I got my fan on. Y'all go ahead and hit that Cash App. If y'all like the content and what we're doing, y'all want to keep us out here in the community, bringing y'all this good shows and good news, hit that Cash App, $ A10 News Media Group, or send us some stars for as little as 99 cents. That's a little bit. Everybody can afford $1. If we get $1 from everybody every show, we might be doing something here. So thank y'all for tuning in. So I said, I opened my big mouth and I said, I'm going to do some uncomfortable interviews with people. People from that I don't necessarily talk to all the time. And it worked out so well. Dennis agreed to come on.
Right.
And that I think it's good that people get to see how people interact outside of council meeting, how they talk, their views, they do have a voice. Hey, I'm my own person.
Right.
So, that it went okay. I appreciate what he did. Then I got courage after that. And, everybody loved it and they loved the show. And I said, well, I'm going to get a chance because Liddell was out here and she said, we spread this misinformation over here at A10. You know what? Shouts out to all the haters. You just sometimes you got to praise your haters because they say we're biased. We don't have any content. Our shows are no good, but you have to watch the shows in order to know that. So we thank you for giving that click and that view on YouTube or Facebook. Thank you again. So back to what I was saying. She didn't want to come on the show because she just didn't want to come on the show. That's no other reason. She just didn't want to come. Yeah. Because if you always claiming that people getting the wrong information out and you not having an opportunity to get your side of the story, then don't you want to go tell it?
Right.
And you know what? You should. And then, I said, well, Wyntis, wait a minute. Maybe I think kind of quick. I said, well, maybe she don't want to step into the lion's den. So I said, well, I said, you want to do it via satellite? And she still said no. So, Liddell, if you change your mind, I said I wasn't going to ask you no more. So I'm not. So you let me know. But I think she's working with, I ain't even going to mention it. Anyway, thank you for coming.
Well, you're more than welcome.
Thank you for coming. See, what the people don't know is that me and you used to be Liddell and Wyntis, huh? But see, the only difference was I used to talk. We actually had a relationship. We did.
Our families.
Yes, our families are very, very close. Very close.
Your aunt Fanny.
My Fanny, my cousin.
So.
And And
couple of your cousins.
Dial
Yeah.
and Tony.
Yeah. And Andre.
And Andre. You do know the whole family.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the Marshall family. We some pretty ones. So anyway, that leads me to my first question. Let's build up to the hot seat. Give me a minute. Let's build up to the hot seat. So, being in politics your whole life, your dad is a pillar in the community.
Right.
Commissioner Charles Winfrey,
yes,
who's also the executive director over at the McCree Theater. Mm-hmm. You've seen how politics come in and intertwine and interact and tear up families.
Yes.
How have you guys been able to hold it together?
Well, as a young child, I can remember, just how when we're kids, we kind of sit in the next room and listen to the adults talk. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. And just sitting around listening to my dad and his friends, particularly former late Woodrow Stanley.
Who you called Uncle?
I come, passionately call him Uncle Wood. I've been knowing Uncle Wood since I was 5 years old, or more. Probably 5, 6, I don't know. But young, very young. And just listening to the politics of the city of Flint.
Right.
And as a young child, I've always felt like, oh my God, the politics here in this city is messy. It's messy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, now being in politics, boy, you better have some thick skin.
Yes.
Because you constantly got people talking about you.
Yes. Yes.
They call my name all the time.
Yes.
Jerri Winfrey-Carter.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of haters because I sit in this seat.
Yeah.
You know? But the thing about it, it doesn't really bother me because I know that if I'm out there doing what I'm supposed to do, they're going to talk about me because they talked about Jesus Christ, right?
That's true. That's true.
And they're going to talk about you. They just going to talk about you, and you just better be able to handle it.
That's true.
If you can't take the heat,
get out the kitchen. Right. Politics is not for everybody.
It's not. It's not. And it's a lot of work. I work a full-time job.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
And during my lunch breaks or whatever, I try to answer calls, call people back.
I like that, Gina. She said thick skin and a short memory.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And Gina, you're right. Yeah. I have thick skin, but I have a short memory too, because a lot of times I can't even remember. I can't remember nothing. I was sitting there trying to remember how much of the ARPA funds that I think we've spent,
Well,
but
I mean, that's probably we're gonna get into that.
Stuff, yeah. And after you vote, you really can't remember
a lot of
going
stuff.
Back.
Right.
A lot of stuff.
And
you
that's
really
good
to write it down.
Right. You have to, or type or whatever they be doing up there.
Right.
And you see, like, that's a good way of putting it. Like, you got to have a short memory because now we're into the social media age.
Yeah.
And we got grandmamas and great grandmamas out here on Facebook ready to throw down. And I mean, some of the stuff you see on social media, you got to learn to keep scrolling. And I be good sometimes.
I do.
You good.
Yeah, I don't.
You good. Sometimes it builds up, and then I pop
see
off.
all of the comments.
Oh,
I see it all.
She do see all of them.
I don't respond. You know what? Because I don't even have time to do that.
Right.
It's not even about the people on Facebook and stuff. It's about serving the community and meeting the needs of the residents of the city of Flint.
Right.
And that's what it's about. I'm not going to even go in there and comment. I'm not going to engage in all of that.
Right.
I got too many other things I'm doing. I'm trying to arm people with their GEDs. I'm trying to help people get adult basic education. On top of answering my constituent calls and making sure that they are okay. I don't have time for, engaging and that stuff on Facebook.
And one thing that I can commend you on, you do fly above the BS. I remember when I held that cleanup in your ward and didn't call you. You still showed up. Like I'm still here now. What? She did that. She popped up. She popped up. Now I've laid the foundation. We talked about our families being connected. We talked about social media. Now let's talk about the phone call I got. I got a phone call from Phil Schultz. And this is back when I ain't talking about Phil. I ain't talking about his money, his business, and nothing, because I don't need them type of problems. Okay. I'm just saying. You be you. I don't need the problems. But I got a call from Phil, and what are you doing? How you feeling about the Fifth Ward? Can you give Heather a call? Sure. So I talked to Heather Bernash, and she was like, Joe Shapani. Never met him. Never had met him a day before in my life until I showed up there at Dual Writer that day. So I got the flyers and everything. Came up to Dual Writer. I seen you. You was like, you looked at me like, what the hell? Like it was something, but you was like, damn, really? And I think at that point is when you called me a handkerchief head Negro in your head. In your head. I'm telling you, y'all. When you seen me pull up, Jerry, what was your first reaction? Then we can move on.
My first reaction, seriously, I was like, what? Yeah. No, I know she not. I know she's not out here getting ready to pass out literature for Joe Shapani.
Yeah.
I said, I was hurt. I'm going to tell you why I was hurt. I don't care what we've been through, okay, as sisters, and being intertwined with our families. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at you like, no, she's not.
Yeah, that's the look she gave me, y'all. She ain't lying. Yeah, she did. She did. And you know why I did it? Because I was mad. I was being petty. Because you didn't vote for me to get on the airport board.
And you know why I didn't vote for you to get on the airport?
I know. Because, we talked this out.
Okay. Based on their the airport board and the city, we have a certain amount of individuals on that board, a certain number of individuals on that board.
Right.
Okay. And so every other term, every other
Gina
year,
said you was cussing, man. Shut up, Gina.
Every other year or so, that 9, because it's 9 people on that.
Right. Like it flips between the city and the county.
Yes, it flips.
Yeah, right.
So when Neely nominated,
that was my boy back then.
Right. When he nominated you, I was like, why would he nominate you for a City of Flint board at the time? Because that slot was for a City of Flint resident.
He was told to. Nearly, you thought all of this time that I thought that it was your idea, and I know it wasn't, and you know it too. He was told to.
Yeah, but.
And he told me, put your mama and daddy's address down here so they won't know. I said, if I got to lie to get on here, I don't need
it. To.
But, so he knew.
Yeah, but I couldn't vote for that because based on the charter and based on the airport's, what do you call it? Their
rules, commissions, whatever. Right.
Commissions. I couldn't vote on that because technically that slot was for a City of Flint resident. Okay? And then the background information or the background stuff that people don't even know about. I had an individual in the 5th Ward that wanted to serve on that board, okay? Who has aviation experience and everything, and was really, just, calling me, hey, I want to serve on that board. I want to serve on that board.
And I don't think then I probably would have cared, like, if they could fly a plane or, I still wanted to be on the board.
So for me to vote, knowing that you didn't live in the city of Flint, okay, and to vote knowing that, because we discussed all of that in the open, we discussed it, knowing that slot was really for a city of Flint resident, I couldn't vote for you. I just really couldn't vote for you. And it wasn't anything against you. But the other thing too, and I think me and you talked about this, you had started the Flint politics thing,
the social media.
Yeah. Yep. And we need to talk about that and how
put it on the floor.
How I feel like that was really, really messy. It was really messy. And when I think of someone serving on the board, I think of that person not being involved in all of that. I'm old school.
Right.
I might be young, but I'm old school.
Right.
I'm not that young. I'm old school. So I have very, very high, just expectations of what I think a person should do. Serving on the board.
But you can't hold how I act on social media, how I present myself in a boardroom. That's two totally different things.
But people look at that, Wyntis.
I know they look at it.
Yeah, people look at that.
I know they look at it, but
now and we can even break it down as to, I'm in a different generation. So thinking about me and how, how I see things, I didn't like that. And I think that was one of the reasons Councilman Mays,
he thought I had posted him in a wheelchair. It was a whole white man. It was a whole white man in a wheelchair, posted by Tony.
It was a lot of stuff going on that
on that page. It was a whole lot of stuff going on. Yeah,
I feel too like it brought out a lot of
hate,
racism, or microaggressions. It brought out a lot of stuff. It did. So the other reason I didn't vote for you,
we've cleaned it up.
We've
since then cleaned it up.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I just want to throw that out there.
You have. You have. And it was just too messy. It was too messy. Yeah. And and I wish you had called me. Maybe we should have talked about it.
We never would have talked because we had that nearly in the middle.
Yeah.
She doing this shit to you on purpose. They could have voted for you. Oh, Jerri ain't gonna vote for you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm 100% nearly. I wasn't listening to my mama.
Right.
My daddy. I definitely wasn't gonna call you. So yeah, we was gonna go through all of that.
But you called me one day. Remember you called me?
I don't recall.
You called me one day.
That's my answer.
You called me one day and you said, Jerri, you said a friend of mine's house got shot up.
Sure did. I did call you. I sure did. From my hairdresser.
Yeah. And I was surprised that you called. And I immediately
responded, and you went over there.
I went over there
with the chief of police.
Yeah. I went over there. I knew then. I knew then that something
had happened with me and Neil.
I knew then.
You said we got her back now.
You, but I knew.
But you know what? I think at that point, me and Neely was still. We hadn't completely broke it off. I talk like we in a relationship. Let me back that up before that be all over social media. we had wait, no, hell to the no. I don't want nothing or nobody that wears suspenders. Look, there. So you know he wears suspenders.
No.
His wife told me. Anyway, as we move on, that's look, Mickey over there holding his head now.
Wait, I am too.
Yeah, he wears suspenders. Y'all may wear suspenders. But anyway, where was we at? We got a short memory. Mickey ain't even looking. We back on track. But yeah, I called you about her house.
Yeah.
And like I said, we hadn't fell out, and I still in the back of my mind, if it has to do with somebody in the community, I'm gonna look over that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to do what I have to do to help somebody. I'll give you another perfect example. I was mad at Tanya. I was going for Claudia Perkins. You know damn well I was tripping there. You know, I'll do some stupid shit when I get mad.
And you're right. And your family can't talk to you because Norris.
My family cannot penetrate.
No, I want to clear that up. I know we going in circles. Norris came up there to pass out literature for me that day.
Yes. Yes, he did.
You thought I called him.
Yeah, he pulled up there on 2 wheels. I'm like, for real? This is what we doing?
You posted something.
Did.
No, he was already scheduled to work up there. He was already scheduled. Okay?
And me and Florinda left there and went on down to Burston to help. We left from helping Joe Shapani to go help Rich Jones. That was a hell of a day. Left from Rich Jones to go help Eva Worthless. Again, you can have the pleasure.
Oh, yeah, we need to talk about that, too.
Come on, Jerri, put it on the floor.
So I know you were upset.
I guess I'm in the hot seat, huh?
You were upset that night that man called in and made that comment about Eva. We were doing our meetings. When
he said she was walking on Fenton Road.
Yeah. No, come on, Wyntis.
What happened?
So you and Florinda, you guys got upset with Monica.
Oh, that's when we got into it with Mickey.
You got upset with me and Monica because we didn't stop the man. Now, come on. The way that man was talking, do you think I understood what that man was saying?
I did personally.
I didn't hear that man.
And I don't think you should have stopped him now. But at that time, I thought people
did not hear that man.
But they was hanging up on people and stopping people. You know, when they didn't like the stuff that they didn't like, they was getting stopped.
That man's English was so broken. I couldn't understand him.
We wrote it down. What he said, she was walking down Fenton Road.
She didn't even hear it.
I know, because we was texting. I was texting her.
Somebody texted her. So
if Mickey on here, wow, we text for 3 years.
She didn't stop it. If she didn't stop the man, who am I to stop it?
Wait a minute. You want to know another fun fact? I'm calling it fun. I got to calm her down a little bit. I got the fan. Look,
I'm passionate. I'm passionate. When my voice started escalating, that means I'm passionate.
Let me tell you why you passionate. Let me tell you this. She gonna get real passionate now. Me and Eva text. Me, Eva, and I ain't no rat, so I ain't gonna tell the other people. It's Florinda, somebody else. We text every meeting for about 3.5 years. You know, the first meeting that me and Eva didn't text, you know what meeting that was? What? It's when she called you ghetto.
Yeah.
I never would have let that happen. I would have told her, you done said the wrong damn thing. You don't call no black person ghetto.
But she got smart. Now, you know, I'm pretty calm. I was going to allow everybody to talk. Okay? Because I feel like our rules are too confining. Our rules do not allow us to do the work that we need to do. Okay? And I'm going to tell you, those rules were changed, updated by K. Fields, and of course the council had to vote on it. But those rules were put in place to shut down Councilman Mack.
Absolutely, like they're doing this time. Yep.
And they went in and they further destroyed the rules to shut him down
again.
And
he beats them at their rules every time.
Right. But yeah, I'm chairing the meeting. And so I'm trying to get an understanding as to why the councilwoman in the 7th Ward wanted to make the motion that she wanted to make. And so Eva says with her little smart mouth, because we can.
I remember the meeting
Because we can?
Yeah. Yeah. Me and Eva's relationship was on a downward spiral during that time. And when she did that, that's when it collapsed because I'm like, I'm still black.
Fire started coming out of my ears.
I know.
My eyes turned red.
I know.
My head did a whole 360-degree turn.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I was getting ready to let her have it.
I know. But you held your composure.
I had to think about where I was at. Mm-hmm. And I had a flashback as to when I was in the classroom teaching 7th and 8th grade.
Damn, how many years did she take you back when she called
took me all the way back.
She took you back?
Okay. She took me all the way back 30-something years.
It went viral. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when my students would get out of control, I'll stand in front of the classroom and I'll say, all right now, don't act like that.
Right.
It's gonna be some problems.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
So I had to come quick and I said what I said. I said, all right, don't get funny acting.
Right.
Or I'm gonna turn it out.
Right. Up in here. Yeah. You did.
Yeah.
And that was the best thing that you could say at that time.
Yeah. Because I was getting ready to let her have it.
Well, the people that she was talking to is 2 of us and then Florinda and then her. Now, at that moment, for Florinda, she did say something to her too. Like, you don't say that type of stuff. That was wrong. But no buts. And the other person that was in the chat, they was like, no, you don't do that. Well, I don't care if we like her or not. You don't do that.
That I don't care how you use the word ghetto. Ghetto is racist.
Right. And I don't want to hear it started in the Jewish slums and all of that. Right.
It's classist.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's a racist and classist slur.
It is meant to degrade someone.
Right.
At the end of the day, it was a shot at you.
It's disparaging.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's disparaging. Mm-hmm. It's pejorative. Okay. You don't do that.
I don't think you never really got a chance to talk about that.
Yeah. But I don't get on social media and all that. Right. I just don't do all that. But I got several calls, to check on me to see how I was doing and everything. But I couldn't believe it.
That happened.
And you teach children?
Yeah. Yeah.
You are a school teacher?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know this, Eva. To be honest, I don't.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. When you talk about microaggressions, okay, I've always thought that Eva was racist. And I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
We went to the Capitol for a holiday concert.
Okay.
Eva was sitting in back of me. Metropolitan Choir, they were up singing during this concert. She tapped me on the shoulder and she said, I used to sing in a choir like that.
And I'm laughing because she always got to have a black friend.
Right. And I turned around, I looked at her and I turned around and I shook my head. That right there told me that, okay, she's one of those. She's racist.
Yeah.
And she's racist because that's a microaggression right there.
But she's like I said, she's the type that she always has to have a black friend. And like now she got Quincy and Liddell backing her up. So she don't feel like she's doing no wrong now.
No, she gonna continue to get up at Tanya and all of this stuff. Yeah, she doesn't feel like she's racist because she has black friends.
That's it.
Just like with Judy. The night she said that
she dated a colored man.
Yeah, she dated a colored man.
Colored black man. I was like, well, damn, he was colored black. She said it.
She said it. So that night I said, okay, she's racist. Yeah, she's racist.
Okay.
When you make racial microaggressives, you're racist.
Well, what about the excuse? Well, I didn't know, and I didn't know it was racist. I didn't intend for it to be that way. Because you sit there and you hear this stuff,
right?
And people say, "Well, you don't say anything. You don't stick up. You don't. All you do is just, co-sign or second Mays." But I know you got a whole you. What you want? What you want? Can we speak on submitting an investigation into the ARPA funds and subpoenaing everyone, even the mayor and Lewis, on her residential inconsistencies? Oh, we're gonna come back to that. Go ahead. Let's finish this.
You know what? Y'all know I have to keep I really do have to keep I just can't get too, y'all know I get wired up.
Right.
I get wired up.
Right.
And I gotta keep my stress level down.
Right.
And yeah, I do try to stand up for Mays. It's been rough this term because of the fact that they keep poking with him.
Right. It's like that's the mission. The first thing every meeting is to put Mays out, and then we can have him.
They talk.
Right.
They talk. They come in, and you already know that they're trying to get rid of Mays.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody knows. And I'm gonna stick up for him if I feel like he's right, and if they're not following the rules. Yes, I'm gonna stick up for him.
And what people don't know, they only see you for a few hours once a week, once or twice a week on TV. Y'all don't know that when Mays is wrong, she calling him. Yeah. She checking him. Sometimes they don't make it out the parking garage. They may not speak for a few days, a few weeks, but she's checking him.
We get into heated arguments, cuss each other out, everything.
Yes.
If I don't check him right after the meeting, we on the phone till 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and I'm telling him, I'm getting him told, but Mays is Mays.
You can't change somebody that's almost 70, right?
And so my whole thing too with this council, and I've said this early on to them, I said, let Mays say what he got to say in his 5 minutes, and let's move on.
You said that a bunch of times.
You gotta have thick skin. So what? He called you a handkerchief head Negro.
You just want to say that while I was sitting here. You got me back, girl. You got me back.
I mean, so what? Are you one? My mother always said, if somebody called sticks and stones
may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Yeah.
So if you won,
a hit dog is gonna holler.
But if you're not,
that's it. Let it fall off your back.
Let it fall off.
Yeah. Mama got a whole saying for that. Don't type it in, Mama, but she got a whole saying. Put it in a bucket.
And that's where I'm at with that. Let him say what he gotta say. You say what you gotta say. Everybody say what they gotta say, and let's move on. You got 5 minutes,
and get over it.
And get over it.
Because the more you pick at him, the more TikToks he go get.
Right.
He had Nicki Minaj to post him. She got 147 million loyal followers. So sometimes, as the Bible says, God will make your enemies your footstool. It's in the word.
Yeah.
Call me a church lady, but it's in there. It's in the word.
It's in the word.
Now, what's not in the word is how much we got left in the ARPA money. I gotta ask the Oh, they said speak. I know they can heal her. Oh. Oh, okay.
Oh, and I turn my head when I talk, and I do my gestures.
Passionate, because she looking at me while she talking, y'all. She getting it all here. Okay, I got.
But
thank you, Nikki.
I'm thinking we don't know for certain. We keep asking. But I estimate that we've used close to 50 million.
Well, Councilman Pfeiffer said we got about 40 to 50 million left. Now that's a $10 million gap. You right about 30, 40 million, you thinking? We've had some beautiful fireworks displays. I don't know who paid for them. I'm just allegedly.
I'm thinking closer to 50 million that we've used.
Damn. And we only got 97, right?
Yeah.
Total?
Yeah.
We done had.
We keep asking.
Well, how
Tanya asked during the budget.
Tanya was finance chair.
Right.
Mays was president. He appointed the ad hoc committee. We got Judy and Liddell on the ad hoc committee. They've been on there for close to over 2 years now since we got. Has it been 2 years since we received our ARPA money? They've been on there 2 years. They have not updated the community, their constituents, the residents, whatever you want to call them, or council colleagues.
Right.
Except for the ones they probably talk to.
Yeah.
But they let the administration totally disregard and run all over y'all. Yes. Yeah. They have run amok with this ARPA money. Yes, they have. Shouts out to Jamaica Patrick. That's her word, amok. They have run amok with this ARPA money. Yeah, they have. And it's made the whole council look like y'all incompetent. When you know you're not incompetent.
Like wimps.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you feel like if it was the old council that administration would have got away with this? Okay.
But
Kate would go so far, but I don't think she would have let him make a fool out of her like this.
It depends on whose agenda.
And they trying to move.
Because I'm going to say this. Remember, Kate Fields was so against medical marijuana. Remember that? Against medical marijuana.
Yeah.
And now you're against recreational marijuana? To have a recreational marijuana spot in Raspberries? So it depends on whose agenda.
Yeah, you're right.
It just depends.
Mickey over there doing must be the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So for her friend Phil Shorts, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
So she voted yes.
She did.
Yeah.
You voted no because your residents did not want the medical dispensary down there.
No. And Phil Shorts, he was walking around downtown like he was the Godfather, intimidating people. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
Who owns Raspberries now? Do you know? Is this he's still the owner?
I think he's still the owner.
Okay.
And he was pushing hard for that dispensary to go in Raspberries. Just totally disregarding the residents who live in the loft apartment building right there. Next, right there next to Raspberries.
What is that? The land bank? Is that the one with the land bank? Or because he owned the 501 lofts, where is it lofts in there, or is it just lofts in the? Well, anyway, it was lofts down there. The people didn't want it.
But that building too, I think, is an uptown development. Building. Okay. So
make the connection, put it together.
You down there, trying to get them to sign some, letter or be in support of this dispensary. Because they live in the apartment building. They live in one of Uptown Development's apartment buildings. You can't do that.
I know, and you talk to your constituents. I didn't talk to anybody. But my thing was, if it's good for the hood, put some downtown too, damn it. They got 57. How many dispensaries did you pass on Dora Highway just to get here?
Yeah, but they're zoned for that area. It's not even zoned to go into Raspberries. And so he was asking for
that
a
was
special,
what the fuss was about.
He was asking for a special privilege. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
A white privilege.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay, put it on the floor. Okay.
Call a spade a spade.
Okay, I know you gonna do it. I know you gonna do it.
That's what he wanted. He wanted a special privilege.
Okay. Well, I don't want no recall to go in on you tomorrow. Let's change subjects.
Right.
Speaking of recall,
but you know what?
I know.
Hey.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, but I can't necessarily speak on something that I don't know nothing about. Like I said, them your constituents, they called you.
Do you think a black man
would have got that privilege?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a black man in the city get the opportunity to even own anything. The closest thing that I heard of a black man touching a weed dispensary was Pooh, what's that, Delano Pooh Diddy? And that's gone now.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, once they found out that it could be some profits off of weed after folks been selling it in the streets for so long, and they said, oh, well, we can legalize this and tax it and get us some money. Mm-hmm. And now they set the bar so high, to sell weed regularly, legally. We can't. The average black person, or the average person, period, can't afford that.
It was a privilege. It was a privilege. And he was trying. He was pushing hard to get that privilege. He was pushing hard.
Well, moving right along. Let's go back around. Now, you said something about us being mad at Monica. I don't want to talk about Monica, but I do want to talk about that 7th Ward vacancy. When I read the thing that the mayor is having next Thursday over there at the showcase, you know, to tell the residents how to apply, and he put on there, I want you all to make sure that you know that you have a voice. The mayor's office is going to help you. You have a voice. Well, when do you guys go back to council meetings?
We go back. Our first committee meeting is July 5th.
So the 7th Ward going to be without a voice then, right?
Right.
And they're probably going to be without a voice until probably the 1st of August, because how long is the application process open?
We have to have that seat filled within 30 days.
Within 30 days of her vacating. So she picked July 1st, so it has to be filled by August 1st.
No, right.
Now, it's the normal process, just like the ombudsman. It goes around and around and around until whoever gets 5 votes. Or is it a special election? I think it's a...
Well, no. What happens, we have to select someone.
Okay. But it has to be voted on by the council, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then after that, we will have a special election to you know.
What did it say, Mickey? I didn't see. I can't even read that. Okay.
He said, so what was the answer onto an investigation about the money for the ARPA?
Oh, so yeah. Are you guys? What are you gonna do about the ARPA money? Are you gonna investigate it? Has anybody on council said anything? I know you and Councilman Mays, and Councilwoman Burns had a meeting. The one that on a Saturday that Councilman Murphy showed up to. Y'all tried to talk about it for the public. The other people won't show up. Like, so what are you guys gonna do? Like, you may want to investigate. We may want to investigate it all day long, but the votes.
But it's the votes. It's up to the votes, and they have their 5.
They had 6.
Their 6. Yeah. It depends.
It depends.
You know, and so.
Like I
they
said,
got their votes.
What they do, and if you notice, one of them will vote with y'all so they'll take turns letting one of y'all vote, because they still got that solid 5.
Right, they got that 5.
They got that 5th vote.
They got their 5.
I'm glad y'all heard her say it. She want to know where the money is, but she got to get some other council people who want to know where the money is. And right now, I feel like the other ones, they too busy trying to, have parades and park and hot dogs and play music and stuff.
And then Lottie, she got her new position.
Girl, now you know what? When you get down to Lottie and Clyde leaving, because Clyde ain't left, don't take that and run. But them last two Mohicans, those are Tonto's last two champions right there. Mm-hmm. And Lottie left running down the street.
Yeah. Wow.
What you think about that? That was, to me, that was almost just as bad as when he said, I'll never forget when Councilwoman Burns said, Mayor Neely, can you tell us how you are related to Deval Murdoch? And he said, I think, well, he said that he was married to my sister. Now, we know he was at the wedding. Mm-hmm. And that made Murdoch so mad. Like, this is like the same type of abandonment.
Yeah. And Murdoch was sitting in the audience.
Yeah. May saved Murdoch. Because Murdoch was a little upset.
Oh, but I think Murdoch came there to sing, to hum.
Oh.
I think so.
Like a little bird?
Yeah.
Yeah. Murdoch, if you're watching, we might have to have you on the show.
Yeah.
That'd be a hell of a show. He'd come and cut the power and everything off over here again. I mean, try to.
Yeah.
Well.
Very vindictive. You know what I'm
People
saying?
don't know that, though.
Isn't it crazy?
They don't know. Like, everybody, every single person that was with him has left but Clyde. How many CFOs has the city of Flint had since we had the ARPA money? Now we got Jane. Jane don't know what the hell. Jane worked for a trucking company. Jane come from temporary agency. Jane is from Manpower, or one of them temporary agencies. Mm-hmm. Jane is running the ARPA money, because I'm going to start calling him Ernest Young. Not Ernst and Young, but Ernest Young, because they ain't showed up to work like Black Tony. Where's Ernst and Young at?
I guess they on vacation.
I mean, like, damn, they've been on vacation for 2 years. And then they on there like, oh, Wyntis, you always complaining. Hell yeah, I'm complaining about these new city trucks. You can't give a resident on the north side of Flint $5,000 or $10,000 to fix their roof that got a blue tarp, but you want a brand new ass city truck vehicles for everybody to take home? It's cool. It's okay. Somebody said on Facebook today what they ran their life cycle. Man, I was going down the highway. I seen the oldest Chevy truck from the county. And the county, as we seen today, working with a whole lot more money than the city of Flint. Matter of fact, they CFO told them, y'all want so much stuff over here, we're going to have to trim this down a little bit. They still riding them dusty old trucks. Mm-hmm. It seemed like we trying to live above our means in Flint. Are we trying to give the Flint back to the state?
In my opinion, I feel like that's what the agenda is. And I feel like...
Oh, I wasn't expecting that hit.
Well, just sit back and watch. I just really feel like that's the agenda.
Herkenroder,
that's being moved.
What does that say? Herkenroder announced she leaving when she saw the financial statements request from the exposing. What does that say? Exposing Flint City. Huh.
Yeah.
But that was funny how she did that anyway. Yeah. Because 2 months before, she said, I got a new job. I can't handle the presidency. Then 2 months, because, she took over that whole time when they got rid of Mays. Mm-hmm. Then she said, I can't do it. Then she came back in and was voted in presidency. And now she's saying it's too much, it's stressful, and I got to leave.
It was too much for her in the beginning.
Where'd she come from?
They said she came from Indiana.
She ain't even from Flint. I mean, who stays here that's on council?
I stayed right in the 5th ward.
Do you stay in the 5th ward?
You can run my record. I stay right there on Avenue A.
Damn, you stay. I mean, darn, you stay.
I
stay
stay
on
right
Avenue
there
A.
on Avenue A. Come by.
I will do that.
Yep.
What do you think
We
about?
can drink a soda.
We'll drink us a nice fresh soda drink. Now, what do you think about? We talking about living situations, and I remember Jordan Steele had put in there about Lewis and where Councilwoman Lewis stays, and she's admitted on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes after you have a one or two, you need to put the phone down because she said early in the wee hours of the morning,
right there in Oxon Hill.
it's not my fault that y'all
Right.
can't afford two
I mean,
homes.
she has a home in Oxon Hill. I
A
used
bit-
to
Nikki, why you
teach.
keep raising your hand? Oh,
I keep well, I mean,
I'm sorry.
but
We
I
was
used
talking
to
about-
teach. I used to teach at Oxon Hill High School.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
You still know people there?
Yeah.
So she really be there.
I was in fact I was there visiting last year, and I went up to the school to visit some of my
Indiana worked for Tim Walberg, the congressman.
yeah, but I went to visit some of my coworkers
In Maryland.
at Oxon Hill High School. My sister lives in Maryland.
What?
Yeah, my sister, she lives in Maryland.
Oh, has she had any Liddell sightings?
No.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't get into that.
She don't get into politics and stuff. Okay. No. Let's just send her a picture in case you see her at the coffee.
Right.
Man. Okay. Let me see. It was something else that I want to talk about. I can't remember. We got the ARPA. We talked about the 7th Ward. We talked about the recalls.
We talked about
the ghetto, the airport.
We talked about
the mayor.
The old man that said Eva was.
Yeah, we talked that them phone call meetings empowered a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know, it was
crazy.
That was a lot.
It was crazy. And really, I probably didn't even hear what the man was saying because I was probably in the kitchen
trying to cook. What May said he was cooking him a hamburger and his BBDs one time.
I was probably cooking, and I didn't really tune in to what he said.
But that gave me another small question. I seen where the mayor says that he wanted to have a new city hall. And then we know that the county is moving down the street.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes the mind wonder, are you guys looking across the street? But if you are, because we already know, he mentioned, it was a whole article said he wants a new city hall. Why did y'all dump all of that money into city chambers? I don't know if you voted on that, if you voted yes or no, or your vote to redo city chambers. How did you vote?
I didn't vote on that whole plan, that ARPA budget.
Wait a minute. Oh, you mean the council chambers getting fixed with ARPA money?
Yeah.
The council chambers is getting fixed with ARPA money. And
remember, we had a proposed ARPA, a proposed ARPA budget.
That's sad. That's sad for all the people on the north, south, east, and west. Because you got wherever you go, you're gonna have underprivileged people that need help. But y'all spent, and I say y'all, and that's how people look at it. It's y'all. You're a council. They're not gonna point out who voted for it. They say the Flint City Council.
Mm-hmm.
People have even made the remarks, all of them need to go and we need to start fresh. How much do you think that redistricting impacted your ward? Was that a positive move or was that a negative move?
Well, I lost a significant amount of residents because the 2nd Ward council person, it's almost like she probably has all of the residents.
Yeah. She can't clear over. She got 6th Ward. Yeah. She got everything.
She got a portion of 6th Ward. She got a portion of 5th Ward.
3rd Ward.
Ward.
Yeah.
it's a big chunk.
Yeah, a
You
big
know,
chunk.
yeah.
It is.
I feel like my ward has really cut down. I got a portion of 6th ward,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Just a little
Just a little
square.
bit, just a
Yeah,
little cut,
yeah.
and it cuts down. Guess where it
Right.
cut? Right down the Mayor Street, and come right back up.
No, it cuts down
Where the mayor's,
Mackin.
but he included his street in
Yeah,
the
his
fifth
street
ward.
is included in the 5th ward.
He didn't give himself to the 2nd ward. He stayed. He stayed with
he's in the 5th ward.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
He
I
was
just want
in the
everybody
6th,
to know that.
He
Yeah.
was in the 6th ward.
Mm-hmm. He
Yeah.
was. He was with Councilwoman Burns.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but
it's the top of the hour, Mickey.
we put money into this is the budget. We put money into the chamber.
They asked no questions on the budget. I would love to just come and get a blank check from the city of Flint, because that's exactly what happened.
I didn't vote on that proposed ARPA budget, and I didn't vote. And the same night that they voted on that, they voted to do the plan as far as the whole plan to have the advisory council,
Mm-hmm.
and to have an organization to distribute the funds to the residents and all that. I didn't vote on none of that.
That's that illegal ARPA committee and all of that.
Yeah.
Melissa, thank you. Real quick, I know
in fact, I didn't even vote to cancel council meetings.
They shouldn't have never been canceled. What they canceled for is y'all needed a break. Okay, we all need a break. We got to keep going.
And if you can't,
life gets stressful.
Make it to a council meeting, just don't come. But to
they've been not coming.
Right, to cancel council meetings.
But you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that because you had 6 votes.
Right.
Allie was leaving, left you 5. It's summertime. We know Eva's not going to show up to too many. He would have only had 4. That's why he had to cancel. That's why he got to get that vote back, because Eva still, she may or may not show.
Yeah.
So he need that 7th ward seat. And if y'all give it to him, that's on y'all. That's on the 7th ward. But he's coming to host a whole program. The mayor, who ain't got nothing to do with picking council people.
Right. And he has nothing to do with facilitating a meeting, talking about the election process and all that. That's up to the clerk.
Yeah.
The clerk does that.
Yeah.
So he's stepping in. He's stepping in everybody's lane. He's swerving.
Yeah. I got 2 questions. 2 last questions real quick, and we're going to get out of here. Melissa, thank you. Paul is gone, or is Paul not gone?
Well, I was told that Paul's last day is June 30th. He will not be coming back in the new fiscal year.
So will council meetings still be televised, or?
Well, I think from what I was told, that the new chambers will have all of that kind of
automated by IT.
That
go back and look at some of them posts that I post. I said it was going to turn into an IT position.
Or I don't know.
That's how they do. You think about it. They're getting all of this new upgraded equipment.
The way that they do it over at the county building.
That's IT, isn't it?
I guess. I don't know. It's probably going to be that way.
It's going to be IT. It's going to be a nice paid position. I mean, seriously, we're going to put it on the floor.
I mean,
it's somebody child, or somebody may be in the broadcasting business. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, he worked for TV12. He may have somebody he know in mind.
But I don't think that's going to be anything. Would probably come to council as far as all that.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
But it's got to come before. But wait a minute. Don't they got to put out the? Well, if it's gonna go into a position like a will it be an exempt or a union position? That don't have to come before y'all.
So
they can get around all of that and pay somebody $100,000. I mean, think about it.
But I know that Paul's contract, I was told it was not going to be renewed.
Wow. Okay. And then it was one more question, Kevin Tay.
Oh,
why
Hey, Kevin Tay.
Why didn't they use real bricks lined downtown like they were supposed to? Now that killed me. They put bricks marks.
Kevin Tay, I don't know.
Kevin said she don't know. She don't know. You gotta do that face like Nick do about Quincy. You gotta do that for Quincy.
Right. I don't know.
I don't know. Dang. Yeah. I ain't say that. Listen, I just want to thank.
So they're print.
They're print bricks. They print bricks. I just want to keep going because this is Flint. I'm just saying they printing the bricks down there. They put a few of them back down, but some of them is printed. And people, the
ones that they could save, they put back down.
I don't know how the bricks was even everybody. The bricks was made for horses and carriages. They told me. The wooden cars back in the day. They wasn't made for Challengers and Chargers. They was made for horseshoes. So hey, this is what y'all doing. Only in Flint. Only in Flint. Only in Flint.
That's the title.
That's the title.
Of my books.
Only in Flint. Yeah. What are you an author too?
Only in Flint. Girl, I got so many titles.
Ooh, author, councilwoman.
I got so many titles.
Only in Flint. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for showing up. I'm glad that people got to. Yeah, we do. We have to. We're gonna have to continue this.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that people. I mean, we got a lot of people, and I'm glad that they were able to see you in a different light outside of council. You're able to voice your own opinion. I'm trying to talk less and listen more. You was cutting for me, so I had to kind of come back a little bit today. But I enjoy having you on the show. Well, thank you for coming.
This is great, and I love this. I love your studio.
Thank you.
Nice.
We started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Yeah.
Nowhere but up, but here. Yeah. But thank you.
And thank you, Mickey.
Shout out to Mickey Jordan and A10 News Media Group. We appreciate Mickey.
And all of everyone who
all of these my hall monitors. That's what I call my people, hall monitors. Thank you to all my hall monitors. Yeah, because we monitor the city.
Right.
So shouts out to the hall monitors. And listen, the hall monitors, yeah.
Girl, taking me back to the classroom.
The hall monitors. So listen, thank you all for tuning in. Like I said, next week we got Sister and her sisters coming up.
Yeah, that's
gonna be a good one. We're gonna do a live show this time. Me, Sister Audrey, and Gina Luster. Yeah. I mean, that's a show you just done. That's a lot in one room.
I tuned in to the last show.
Did you?
It was really
we pre-recorded it, so I can't wait to do this one live.
Oh, wow.
I can't wait. And we're gonna talk about recalls from in a resident's perspective, because both of them are residents.
Did you see the recall from yesterday? What in the world?
Mickey, how much time we got left? We're gonna talk about the recall from yesterday.
WTF.
It just said WTF. Y'all know what that stands for. What the? Yeah, I learned about it last night about 9:30. I think Mickey called me. He was like, you see this shit? Somebody trying to recall Mays. I'm like, who trying to recall Mays? And I said, that's that lady that's been coming around council meetings and everything. Because she came up to me at the council meeting at the one that I played, Malcolm X. If you're looking at the recording, you can see it. Danielle went and sat down by Art. She came and she sat in Danielle's seat. And, I'm very observative. And so I looked and I seen she had a piece of paper with a lot of people's names and phone numbers on there. And she was like, hi, I always wanted to meet you. So I did my hand out. She came in for her. Oh, I'm like my mama. Oh. And she was like, oh, I'm a hugger. I'm not. I don't know you. And she was like, well, I was just trying to, go around and I want to stay in contact with you. You can reach me on Facebook. And now I see her with Neely, and they really look alike.
Now, you remember she was at the school board meeting that night that Councilman Mays, you know,
That night we was there?
Yeah.
Well, I was out in the hallway talking to Del Rico, so I didn't get a lot of time to.
She was snooping around.
She been resurfacing. But I heard that Mays had put her on a committee downtown.
Yeah.
And had to take her off because
my first term. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So Mays actually knows this lady. Mm-hmm. He appointed her to a committee. She got to acting a little allegedly out of order. And so he didn't reappoint her or took her off the committee. And now she has resurfaced and put in a recall. Mm-hmm. Okay. Makes sense to me. That's how it's done in Flint. We don't vote off the experience of what they do. I'm getting better. Because even myself said, hey, I went with Joe. Even though I got to know Joe on a personal level, I really like Joe Chapati. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know him. I did that out of spite. And that's how we got to quit voting in Flint.
Right.
I don't like you. I'm not going to vote for you. But you done helped mama and everybody else. But I don't like you. So I'm not going to vote for you. I don't like your cousin. I'm not going to vote for you. We got to stop and we got to start voting on experience.
Right.
Or we're going to end up with some clowns.
Think, who you think will do the job for the people.
Absolutely. It's all about the people. Once they forget about the people,
yeah, it's about the
it's
people.
A wrap. Right.
You know, it's just really about the people.
You're right. So again, thank y'all for tuning in. Next week, we'll be back with Gina Luster's sister Audrey. We got some more stuff coming for you in July, a live show. We got all type of stuff just coming up. So just stay tuned. Thank you. See you later.